So I'm going to be starting a podcast. It's called From Mormon to Mystic. And the first real episode will drop tomorrow. And then I hope to upload episodes every week. It is just another space on top of this one here, my channel, to tell my story. And I really feel like it is time for women to speak up. And my intention is to share my story specifically for Mormon women to hopefully wake up to the problems within the church and to maybe find a different spiritual path. My journey out of the Mormon church was intense. It's not easy to leave your childhood religion, whatever religion that is, whatever religion your parents have put upon you. It's not an easy thing to break free from. Your family of origin is what builds your foundation, and so many of the things that you go through in childhood lay your foundation for the rest of your life. And many people don't question or change the path that their parents put them on. So, sorry, my son's gaming. So this podcast is for them, for a woman in that situation where she might be questioning the religion of her childhood. She might be questioning how she's lived her life and why she's done the things she's done. And it's just a space for me to share my story. And it's a space for me to use my voice to heal my religious trauma, my religious brainwashing and indoctrination. It's just another layer of healing, another tool that I'm using through the podcast to speak my truth. Because as a Mormon woman, I was not listened to. I was put down and made to feel ashamed when I expressed certain opinions that did not go with the narrative of the church. And there was a lot of damage done to me. And a lot of silencing of me as a child. And that continued on as an adult. I was in that religion for 42 years. And when I left, it took 4 years before I started writing. I wrote my book, Sacred Light, From Mormon to Mystic. And that is how I see myself. That is the journey I've been on. And I still claim both titles. I am still Mormon, but I am very much also a mystic. And the last 14 years after leaving the Mormon church have truly been an incredible spiritual journey for myself. It's been an incredibly hard journey for my family because I'm still in a mixed faith household where my husband is still a believer, but most of my children have left the religion of their childhood. So the reason I wrote this book was because I had no voice. I had no place. I had no one to talk to about leaving the church. Nobody cared. Nobody wanted to hear it. And so this was my therapy to write. And I'm currently writing my second book. And it was because of that, the next book that I'm writing, that I really wanted to make a podcast as I go through the process of finishing up my second book. I've been working on it for, 2 years. 2 years now. So it's taken longer to publish than this one did, but it's a deeper journey. It's a continuation of my journey out of the Mormon Church and finding my spiritual shamanic path. So yeah, that's what it is. And I just wanted to let people know it's going to be available starting tomorrow and, starting Monday, March 10th. It's called From Mormon to Mystic, and I hope to drop episodes every week. And I'm doing this for the same reason that I wrote the book. And I thought I wrote the book for my children. I thought I was writing this book for them so they could know my story. But the truth is, I was writing it for myself. And I'm doing this podcast first and foremost for myself because I need an outlet again for my voice. And I'm also writing, part 2 of my story. And I feel like the first time that I wrote my book, I was silent about it and I kept it all in, and I didn't start my YouTube channel until after the book was published, a year after the book was published. But it's been very slow. I haven't used it very much because it's been such a hard ride, especially since publishing this book, Sacred Light. I feel like I've been through a cyclone, a hurricane, a tornado, just really intense energy in the last 7 years. And I feel like I've come through the storm. And this time, while I'm writing, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about all the things that have happened in those tumultuous years that have got me to this point. So that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. But it is kind of where I'm at. And it's what is calling my heart is to share. Just share on my podcast my journey from Mormon to Mystic. And why I think it's important to question our beliefs, why I think it's important to truly examine your family of origin and why you do the things you do, why you believe the things you believe. And so that's what I'm going to talk about. It's not for everyone. If it helps somebody, great. But I know it's going to help me. I know it's going to help me to use my voice to speak what I need to speak, because I'm still in very much a silent situation where I'm not able to, when you leave organized religion, you lose community. And it's kind of like I've been a lone wolf. Been a lone wolf for 14 years, and I'm ready to find my pack. I'm ready to find my tribe. I'm ready to get back into a community situation, except outside of organized religion, a spiritual community. And so what better way to do that than to speak and share my journey and have people find me, put myself out there. So that's what I'm doing. Just wanted to make that little introduction. My podcast, From Mormon to Mystic. And thanks for listening. And I hope you tune in. Thanks.